When we first get into a relationship, there's fireworks, there's lust, we feel amazing. And just like that quote says, love really is blind. So we need to really anchor on to the ground and look out for those red flags, because there are some early warning signs that you need to pay attention to, because it's proof that the relationship will just not last. So if you want to know 16 early warning signs that a relationship will not last, well, stay tuned. Your values are different. These things are such a big thing that so many people overlook them because they think, give it 12 years down the line, I can persuade him to have children, and that is not how relationships work. So if you have different values of marriage, of children, of adopting, maybe having your own, being a surrogate partner, or your political views, if they are vastly different, you can never ever make this relationship work, because there will be a moment in life that pops up and you think, hang on a minute, I really want to do this thing, but my partner doesn't. What do I do? You keep your guard up. If you find yourself trying to hold back on conversations and not letting yourself emotionally merge into another person, take this as a sign that something is wrong. Your gut knows it, your brain, your heart knows it, and you are keeping those walls up. And if you have walls, well, you cannot have a relationship. Well, one that will be healthy and a very long-term one at that. There is too much lust. Believe it or not, I just said that. Now, fireworks happen, you feel amazing at the start of a relationship, but if there is just too much lust, it could be that you are both blindsiding yourself about the actual relationship. Because when the sparks have run their course, you could say that's when the real relationship actually kicks in. That's when you have to be dependent on each other and you're so comfortable. And if you find yourself feeling lonely when you are not engaging in a lustful period and you are struggling with conversations, well, take this as a fact that you only see this relationship as a physical thing and it is not going to blossom into a long-term relationship. Your friends and family, they do not approve. Now, I am not talking about arranged relationships here. I'm talking about the average Joe family. If you take your partner to your parents' house and your parents say, you know what, this person is not suited for you for these reasons, and your friends agree, take this as fact that you are currently being blinded with your love goggles. Remember, your friends and family can subjectively see the relationship on the outskirts and they know you really well. So you may be overwhelmed with lustful feelings and cute fireworks and all the jazz that happens at the start of a relationship, but deep down, these friends can see the holistic side of the relationship and they will say, you know what, this person is not for you. Kick them to the curb and find someone a lot better. Now, you will find that some people will just stay with this partner because they think it was really good to begin with. The fireworks, it was amazing. However, please take off those goggles and really think about the long-term commitment of this relationship. Your partner doesn't know your likes and dislikes. This is something you figure out quite early on in a relationship. You know their type of favourite food, their type of music genre, the films they like to watch, all of that type of stuff. And if you notice that your partner in the very early stages hasn't paid attention to what you like, say what you like to drink, your favourite type of wine, or what you don't like, for example, they make you stay up and watch World War I documentaries when you've told them you really don't want to do that. Now, if they are not paying attention to this, it's because they are not valuing you, they are not making you a priority, and let me tell you, if they don't value at the beginning of a relationship, they never will. So, end it there and go find someone else. Okay, let's take that past one and turn it on its head a little bit. They suddenly like everything that you like. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? But it's a codependency red flag. And a lot of the time we end up in a relationship where this person that we are dating is amazing. They like what we like. We can have extended, deep conversations. But all of a sudden you seem to think, this person never had that hobby before, and now they do since they met me. Now it's getting pretty creepy, and it will. If someone adopts your personality traits or vice versa, there's a slight chance that you both have a codependency, and that you are merging into your partner because you are frightened that you are not good enough. Therefore, if you become them, like a partner 2.0, they will stay with you, and that is not healthy. Jealousy. It is the root of all evil in relationships, and that green-eyed monster really can destroy long-term commitment. If you are the jealous person or your partner is jealous, then if it is not treated straight away, it will end a relationship. And if you date someone straight off the bat and you think, "Oh, they are very jealous and very clingy," it's a good idea to not date them because they have their own issues they need to sort out. Jealousy can show itself in constant calls when you go out with your friends, being jealous of workmates, being jealous of family and friends, not in the sense that you are going to cheat on your partner, but because your partner thinks, "I must be boring, I don't want her or him hanging out with these people because it means I'm not good enough." And you do not want to date someone that has those red flags, I promise. You do not prioritize each other. There's a lot of dating coaches out there that will say just play hard to get, don't give them all that attention, and that's how you make a relationship last. And yes, we kind of feel that's true, but what you need to understand here is that if you do not prioritize your partner, they are going to think, "You know what, this person does not care for me, I am a goner." Now, it could be that you are so busy and your partner's busy at the start of a relationship, and that's fine. We have a career, we have a life to live. But if you cannot prioritize each other regularly for dinner dates, for calls, and really making an effort, it is not going to work down the line. Now, a great example would be two busy people who are focused on career goals that seem to just meet in the middle one day a weekend, no calls throughout the rest of the week. It might sound okay at the start of a relationship, but if you don't prioritize anything more, the relationship will always be like that, and it would just never work out. I get it. At the start of a relationship, we're very anxious and we're a little bit like, "Oh, I want to hold back. I don't want to make them know how much I'm obsessed with Justin Bieber," whatever it may be. Sometimes we do feel very anxious and we want to always be on our best behaviour, but there's a difference between actually holding back. If you cannot talk about your hobbies, your political interests, all those things that make you uniquely you, and you have to hide it, this is not a good sign. It may work for 6 months at the start of a relationship, but it will not work as a long-term feature. You cannot hold yourself back from someone for 12 years. It just is not healthy, and do not do it. They treat others poorly. You will notice this from the very start of how they say thank you to people opening the door, or how do they react when someone doesn't open the door for them and doesn't wait for them? How do they react when someone gets a wrong order at the McDonald's drive-thru or at a restaurant, or even how they treat their friends and their peers? When you get a good judge of character at the start of a relationship, you can think, "You know what, this is the time for me to stick with them or go." Because like we said just earlier before, that at the start of a relationship, you are always on your best behaviour. And if you notice people treating others poorly at the very early signs of a relationship, then just think that might just be them on their best behaviour. You ignore the red flags. You think, "Nah, that's a bit of a boundary kicker," or "That's a bit of a red flag, but you know what, I'll ignore it for now." It could be you are ignoring it because you do not want to give up on this person. You could be slight codependent and not realise your own self-worth. Or you might think, "I have to accept this red flag because I'm not going to find someone as amazing as my current partner." And that is not true. There's thousands, millions, hundreds, zillions of people in the world right now, and there is loads of people out there for you. So if you come across a red flag, do not ignore it. Think about how important that is, and then think, can I put up with that? Or am I willing to just walk away and find someone better that doesn't have the red flag? They are still in love with an ex. Yes, this is very, very common. At the start of every new relationship, we can't help but think about the previous one, and we kind of compare it. It's completely natural. So it might be a case you start dating someone and notice you have dreams about your ex-partner. That's just the thing that happens. I promise you, it happens to all of us. However, there are traits for you to figure out if your current partner is still madly in love with their ex. And this could be they talk about their ex a lot, enough where it crosses your mind where you think, hang on a minute, they talk about their ex an awful lot. They bring up their ex in lots of conversations. They have pictures of the ex on their phone, hidden on their computer, and they possibly even still have things of their exes in their apartment. It could be clothing that they left, it could be perfume, it could be shoes, hats, whatever it may be. It's unhealthy and it's a sign that they cannot prioritize you. So get out while you can. You haven't had any conflicts. Yes, you might be thinking, hang on, is Anna being correct here? And I sure am, my friend. It's good to have arguments because that's the moment when we are very raw with each other, that we really get to understand the other person. For example, if you have an argument and your partner says horrible things about you, you realize they are very toxic, they can't handle stress, and therefore you shouldn't be dating someone like that. And it's these moments when you have those arguments where you talk about things you are not happy with, and that is when the compromises start to happen. You learn more about your partner when you have those clashes and you start to work things out. And if you've noticed you have not had any conflicts at the start of your relationship, give it about 1 to 8 months and you've not had any conflicts at all, well, this is a sign the relationship will not last because you are both bottling up things that you should say, which means you don't have that emotional maturity for a long-term relationship. No emotional maturity. If you notice that your partner or even yourself, you are not able to congratulate them when they do something good, you don't say how proud you are because you do not feel it, you are not happy when they are happy, and also if you have an argument, you can't see things from their side of the situation. You are very much in your own head, always trying to get your own needs and emotions fulfilled. This is a sign that you do not have emotional maturity. And if it's you or your partner that is lacking in that grown-up maturity sense, it's a red flag and it means the relationship is going to break down in the future, so get out while you can. You are attracted to other people. A lot of the times we get into a relationship and we expect it to last. We feel really uncomfortable when we think, oh, you know what? This really didn't work out and I really wanted it to because they are amazing at this, amazing at making me feel this way. And you think, oh gosh, we have to part ways now. And sometimes a lot of us will hide that. We will push it further down, and instead, to get those happy feelings, we lust about other people. We could lust about workmates, their friends, or it could be we are fantasizing about another relationship. So not someone in actual person, not someone we know, but just the fact of having a different type of relationship. And if those thoughts pop into your head, it's because you are not happy. You are bottling it up, you are pushing it away, and it's a sign that eventually you are just going to build up into this angry person and say, I'm not happy, I'm leaving you. And you may as well just end things at the start rather than drag it out. My name is Anna, and I really hope you enjoy this video and you weren't too disheartened if you noticed you related to a couple of the signs in today's video. But rest be assured that this moment right now at the start of a relationship is the perfect time to lay everything out on the table, figure out a compromise to decide whether you guys can continue or if you just end it here. So, like I said, you need to have conflicts, you need to be able to compromise with someone, and I wish you the very best. And I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye bye.